Hello, everybody. Hope all of y'all are having a good day today. Yesterday, I shared a video that was kind of deep on some stuff, and some folks may not have quite known how to take it. It's nothing to do with your healing or salvation. Nothing to do with that. But it's stuff that some people can know, and it can give you a better understanding about why some of these characters in the book's name or who they are, like Michael's name being who is like God, and when they were Adam and Eve was said, they were told that you will be like God, and Lucifer says, I will ascend above the stars of God. I will be like the Most High, and so. When you start looking at things and looking at the Greek and the Hebrew, it gives you a lot more understanding of what this place is. And I've known for a long time that this place that we exist in, this realm that we call Earth, it's made up of mathematics, it's made up of numbers. Everything is based off the Fibonacci sequence, the golden ratio of pi and all of that. Everything is based off math. So that should tell you that this place is a simulation. Okay, it's a matrix. All right? And a lot of people, they find that hard to believe. I mean, you look at the word disciple, and the word disciple in Greek is mathetes. It comes from the word math. All right? And it's written a few times in the Bible, he who can count, let him count, the number of the beast. And so this three-dimensional world, to me, would be like a place where you put prisoners. You see in the movies and stuff where guys, they put them in frozen animation, but while they're frozen, their mind is allowed to be somewhere, and so they don't even realize they're in prison. They're just in this other world, you see that in a lot of movies. That's kind of the plot to it. And I look at that, what this place is. It's like a prison, because your bodies are made up of cells, and when you're in a prison, you live your life in a cell, so I wanted to share that with y'all yesterday. It's written that there is nothing new under the sun. If you can think about it, if any man comes up with something saying, I'll just come up with a new idea, ain't nobody ever heard of it before, it's been done. All right? And you can see a lot of the old stuff, the old technology and things like that has been buried and hidden and things. And so if you see people like Facebook and everything, the name has been changed to Meta. They talk about the metaverse. And they're talking about this virtual world where people will live. And you put on your goggles and you can have a job in Meta. You just wire up, for 8 hours a day, and you live inside this virtual world, but your body's somewhere else, and they're eventually prepping people, I believe, to be uploaded into these worlds, upload their consciousnesses into these worlds. And it makes me wonder, if there's nothing new under the sun, then that tells me that we're probably, I couldn't even imagine how many layers deep in the matrix we are. Think about it. There was a movie called The 13th Floor, where there was a guy that was living like that. He had made a matrix and would go in that world from the 1930s, and come to find out he was actually in a matrix already. It was kind of a trip. I think there's a lot of truth in the movies, and I'd seen an article some time ago about scientists, were talking about mixing human DNA with the DNA of monkeys, especially rhesus monkeys. And when you start looking at the RH blood. There's RH positive blood, and then there's RH negative blood. And the RH stands for rhesus monkey. And the people that are RH positive, doesn't matter if you're O positive, AB positive, you have a protein in your blood that is directly connected to the rhesus monkey. All right. If you have RH negative blood, you don't have that protein. All right. That's like the royal bloodline. It's actually, the blood is almost blue. It's like a violet. I have RH negative blood, O negative blood, and they ask me every time they take blood from me if I smoked a cigarette before I came there, because my blood looks like it has a lot of carbon monoxide in it. It's almost blue, and I'm like, no, it's just my blood, you know. But scientists were saying they were planning on doing that, and I was like, well, it's already been done, you know, because there's no explanation to the two different bloodlines. And everybody thinks, oh, the RH negative, they're the bloodline of the fallen angels. Well, I know I'm born again, so without a doubt. So I'm not so sure about that. I also know the RH negative, one of the reasons the blood is kind of bluish, and they call it blue blood, is because of the copper in it. And the only other species or animals in the world that have like copper in their blood is like octopus and stuff like that. And it kind of makes you wonder about the Atlantis and, you know, the movie like Aquaman, you know, and the people living under the sea, and, you know, just a lot of questions I have about a lot of stuff. My mind, since I became born again, you know, you seek things out, you seek the truths. It's like, you know, you just don't, I don't just accept the narrative that we're given, you know. I've always felt like something just ain't right about this world. Even before I was born again, it was like I just don't feel right here. Something doesn't seem right, and you know, especially, I don't know, it seems like after 1991, after we went online, it's like something happened, and just something happened with time, and time went crazy. But, you know, our blood, I think that may be a way of tracking. And I know I sound like a complete insane person talking about this stuff, but I think they track you by your blood. And I think it sounds so stupid. I think that's why mosquitoes are here. You know, it's like they're little bio bots or whatever running around collecting samples. And my blood type, O negative blood, they in Texas, they did a study on the preferred blood of mosquitoes. And O negative is the one they will go to every time. If I'm in a room filled with 500 people and everybody is O positive or A positive or whatever, and I'll be in the middle of that room, those mosquitoes will find me. They always find me. Maybe a way they track us, I don't know. But I know I sound like a madman right now, but I believe that there's so much stuff that we just don't know yet, and I know the Spirit of God will reveal that stuff to you if you're interested in it, you know. And the one thing I am completely and totally sure of is that the real God is real, and He is love, and there is absolutely no darkness or evil about Him. The experience I had with God, with love, just, it's 13 years later and I still can't stop talking about it. It's why I'm 10,000 miles away from home on top of a mountain in the middle of the jungle in Southeast Asia, feeding children and going everywhere, sharing my testimony and sharing knowledge that God has given me. There's an inner force, a drive within me that just can't be explained, and it's all because of love. That is the one absolute that I know in this world. You can tell me all kinds of stuff. You know, I've had people try to convince me before that Jesus didn't really exist in the physical in this world, and I'm like, I don't care. I don't care. No atheist, nobody in the world can make me doubt my faith because my testimony. I know God is real. Whether or not Jesus was here actually in person or not does not matter to me. All right? I wasn't here to witness it, or at least I don't remember it if I was here to witness it. But what I do know is he is real. All right? And that's the only thing that matters to me, and my testimony and my life proves it. And all the other stuff is just, popcorn for us to eat while we deal with this world, until we get out of here. And I know the only way to escape this place is within, because within us is much larger than what we see outside of us. Within us is where the real universe is. All this other stuff out here that these two eyes see is very limited. The sky is definitely the limit, but with what this eye sees within, it's infinite. And that's where the real world is, and that's how we escape this place. And I think we're here serving time, and because this is where time and space exist, and we're here, you serve time until you begin serving God, serving love. And we serve love, dishing it out like food, like you're a servant, serving people food. We serve them manna from heaven, wine from heaven, all that good stuff. And we stay here and we serve love until it's our time. And then I truly think that when I physically die in this world, that we're going to wake up somewhere and going to be like, wow, that was the craziest virtual reality game I ever played in my life, or that was a crazy prison sentence, and be like, how long was I gone? And it was like, it's only 10 minutes, and be like, man, it seemed forever. Anyway, I'm just sharing stuff with you guys. I love searching this stuff out, and there's so much mess on the internet and stuff, and you can get caught up in all kinds of craziness, but I like looking at this stuff, and I know what this place is not real. I know this place is, we're here to learn lessons, and anyway, I just want to share with you guys. I love you all. God bless.